नमस्ते स्टूडेंट्स, हमेशा खुश रहो बेटियों। आई एम डॉक्टर नीरज धोलिया। आई एम JVIN's Dr. Neeraj Dhulia, and our subject was upstream and downstream technology. So the topic was upstream and downstream process technology, and the session name is upstream processing, microbial cell growth and growth kinetics. So again, I am from Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, and this is your digital session. So this topic was incomplete since last class, and we are continuing this in this lecture. So in previous lecture, what we have studied, that upstream processing have three important points. First is fermentation media, that is carbon and energy source along with the essential nutrients which is required for the growth. Second, producer microorganisms. Okay, it's obtaining and strain improvement. It is not strain, it is strain improvement. So, and third is fermentation is a process which makes the product. So these are the three important points under the upstream processing. And we have shown that what is microbial growth. Microbes can grow by binary fission, budding, chain elongation, branching, or in case of viruses, it grow intracellularly in the host cells. We have also have studied about the growth measurement. It may be direct growth measurement like the dry weight, like the cell counting, or it may be indirect measurement like the a measurement of the metabolic products, ATP, CO2, oxygen, etc. We have studied about the generation time. It is the time interval required for cells to divide. Okay, the formula is generation time was G is equal to T by N. G is generation time, N is the number of generations, and T is the time in minutes per hour. Now, next, in the growth of the microbes, there are various phases. What are the phases? The lag phase, log phase, stationary phase, decline phase. You may have heard about these phases. So, let's see what are the different phases. See this graph. When you inoculate any microbes in its media, in starting condition, the microbe will acclimatize in the that environment, and it is not actively growing. So it is accommodating itself. Okay, so growth of the microorganisms at that time is very slow. So that time it comes under the lag phase. Then once it acclimatizes in the environment, he start consuming the media and grow exponentially. So this phase is known as the log phase or growth phase, logarithmic phase or growth phase. Now after a constant time, when he utilizes the media and the byproducts are produced by the microbes, hinders the growth of itself. Then stationary phase is there. Okay, means the cells are there but they are not growing further because of the limitation of the nutrients which it is required, or by the limitation of the secondary byproducts which it is produced and is harmful for its growth. So that is stationary phase. And after a fixed time, when the byproducts are so high that they will kill the bacteria or the microorganisms, the death phase are there. Okay, so lag, log, stationary, and decline phase or growth phase. So there are the different phases of the microorganisms growth under a fermenter. Okay, now we have understood that what is the upstream processing. So it is a flow chart of the upstream processing. So first of all, you have to know or have the clear idea about the product, that what you want, okay, what you want to produce and what is the quality you want. After the clear idea about the product, the selection of producing organism, you have to select the microorganism, isolate it and improve it. Strain screening. Okay, then formulation, media requirements. You prepare a specified media for that microorganism. Then medium optimization. Okay, to optimize the media means you um, select the best media for the microorganism growth. Then small scale bioreactor. In starting, you start with a small scale. Okay, or the culture bioreactor may be batch, fed batch, or continuous. Okay, we will study what is the different types of these bioreactors. Then process control requirements. Process control requirements means the factors which are influencing the growth, like temperature, CO2 concentration, oxygen concentration, pH, etc. You control them. Okay, then scale up means you increase the amount of the production or fermentation. Then process kinetics, productivity, etc. Okay, you observe the kinetics of the production. Then are yield conversion productively okay? If you have you are satisfied with the output or the product you are required, then downstream processing will be there, means you are ready for collecting the product. Okay, if you are not satisfied with the product, you want to increase the productivity, you want to increase the quality, then you have to um, again change the things. Okay, so you again optimize the media, change some constitutions of in the media, or you go for the strain improvement, means you do the changes in the microorganisms for getting the better product. So this is the overall idea about the upstream processing. So in the upstream processing, there may be a choice of the cells. It may be prokaryotic cells, it may be eukaryotic cells from which you are getting the product. Okay, prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Uh, of course, there may be in special cases you can use the viruses also. Now, prokaryotic, what are the prokaryotic cells? Bacteria. Okay, and eukaryotic cells, you use the yeast cells or cell lines. Okay, have you heard about the cell lines? Cell lines are the cells which are grow indefinitely. Okay, so obviously the handling of the prokaryotic cells are easy. Okay, the generation time is very less, so that you get the product in lesser time through the prokaryotic cells or bacteria. Then why you use the eukaryotic cells? So it is an important point that if a product is utilized for the eukaryotes, it may be um, most it may be good characteristics if it is produced in the eukaryotic cells. So you use the eukaryotic cells for the production of the enzymes, hormones, or the biomolecules which will be utilized in the for the eukaryotes. Okay, then upstream processing have the bioreactors like batch culture, fed batch culture, or continuous culture. Batch culture, the batch culture is a culture where you um, the culture media is given at a time. Okay, you cannot disturb the media or add something in between. You cannot take the product in between. Okay, so that is the batch culture, means if once you have put the all components, microorganisms, culture, etc., you will stop it after the completion of the process. That is the batch culture. Fad batch culture. What is the fad batch culture? In the fad batch culture, you can put in something, media, nutrients, etc. in between, but you cannot withdraw from that. That is the fad batch culture. And what is the continuous culture? It is a type of bioreactor or fermentation culture in which you can withdraw as well as you can put something in between the process. That is the continuous culture. Now this is the flavor of the upstream and growth kinetics of the microbes. So hope you are satisfied with my digital session, and if you have any query, please mention in the comment box. Okay, I will resolve it. Thank you.